bench-clearing brawl broke out last night in the Kansas versus Kansas State game after a K-State player stole the ball with under 10 seconds left and then got his layup blocked on the other end. Silvio De Sousa got a technical for standing over and staring down the K-State player, and from there, the bench is cleared. At one point, De Sousa held a stool over his head before it was taken from him by an assistant coach. And Kansas coach Bill Self called the incident an embarrassment and said that there would be consequences. So, Shannon, who was most at fault for this?
K-State. Skip, the clock's running down. You're down by 22. And the Kansas player is trying in good faith, not running an offense, not trying to get any more points, Skip. He's going in the corner. He's going to let the time run out. And this sneaky rascal right here, all of a sudden he want to be hero. Somehow he think there's a chance for him to get a 23-point play.
DeJuan Gordon.
Yes.
Yep.
So he deserved it. He spiked it like Phil Dahlhauser did on beach volleyball, Jenny, back in the Olympics. Anyway, he spiked it on top of his head and then stepped over him like Iverson did Ty Lue in the NBA Finals game one, Skip. You remember that. And stood over him. Yes! You're supposed to get that done. Bro, you know you don't do that. Skip, there's a very similar play. I don't know what it is with Kansas. They're playing Monmouth. They're up 110 to 55.
When are you talking
This year,
Okay.
in November.
Yep.
Skip, the Kansas is up 110 to 55 on Monmouth. Look at this play, Skip. And he's just dribbling like, okay, I'm going to dribble out the clock.
Yep.
Why is this rascal here? He dunks it, runs up the court and says, I don't give a bleep. I don't give a... Really, Skip?
Well, that's just unnecessary.
Now, see, somebody swung and say they should have caught it right up out the air, running on up out the air. That's Bush League, Skip. And you know that. And the K-State, the guy from K-State that came off the bench, he's in street clothes. It's swinging. K-State player was wrong for this. You don't do that. Because now, you know, Bill Self was like, okay, hey, guys, hey, probably put his thumb down. Hey, we just going to let the time run off, Skip. We're going to get up, you know, go home. We got a nice little win over our, you know, in-state rival. And this guy going to sneak around and get the ball and try to get a cheap point. Come on, man, you don't do that. So it was his fault. Now, all the chairs, you know, I thought it was WWE, anything goes match. Skip, I remember those matches, anything goes chairs. You know, you bring a rope in there, I love them kind of matches. But you can't have this. You can't have this in sport, and you definitely can't have it in collegiate athletics. Yeah. So it's a bad look. It's a horrible look. Some guys gonna go have to sit down, Skip, for a little while, and so they'll think about this. But K-State, they're wrong in this situation.
I will give you, he broke the unwritten rule. Just let the clock run out.
Right.
I'm going to give you that. But this is Kansas in Fog Allen Fieldhouse. This is deep tradition. This is Bill Self's program, and I know Bill pretty well. And I have a lot of respect for him. And I think he was ashamed of what ensued after that.
Absolutely.
Because breaking the code, breaking the unwritten rule, still does not necessitate what was about to happen. Because Silvio De Sousa, for those who have forgotten, was a central figure in the most recent big college recruiting scandal. It was alleged that he took money to go to Maryland, and then it was alleged that he took more money
to go to Kansas.
To undo the Maryland deal to go to Kansas, although his guardian went on and on about Bill Self does not pay anybody, and Bill's defended himself, and they're probably still in some hot water.
But, no, the coaches don't come out of their back pocket, but the boosters do.
Okay, so the point is, that's the young man who then lost his cool and went down and spiked it to your point. Okay. He spiked it, and then he stepped over him, and he stood over him, and he taunted him. And the problem I have with that is, it's not KU. That's not what KU does. They're better than that. They were winning by what felt like a million. That's their in-state rival. That's Kansas State purple. So you did what you needed to do, and it's over. And he winds up, De Sousa, with a stool down in the end of in that section for disabled people, and he's got a stool up over his head, and one of the assistants grabs his arm so that he can't use it. He's about to use it on somebody.
Because it happened right there in K-State's bench. So that's why the guy was able to get there so quickly, Skip, because it happened right there in front of K-State's bench. So that's why you see the K-State players immediately, they bolt. And the guy that's in the street clothes, I don't know what his name was, and he came in, and everybody looking like, okay, well, it's on for sure now.
And if De Sousa's arms hadn't been grabbed, we could have had worse than a Myles Garrett on Mason Rudolph situation with the helmet. Remember? Because if he uses the stool on somebody's head, we're going to have problems, right? Somebody's going to really get hurt.
Right.
And it was such an ugly... Have I seen worse? Yes, I've seen worse. A few punches were thrown. I couldn't see if any really landed flush.
For the K-State player, what did he hope to accomplish by doing this?
It's just a rivalry. It's just trying to get even. You've been embarrassed.
Yeah,
you were embarrassed, right?
You called the L.
Yeah.
Wait till your guys come to our place. Come to Manhattan, and we got something for you in store. You don't do no bull jive like this.
But if you play for KU, you just let it go. You just shrug it off and let the clock run out.
I'm tired of being the bigger man.
Next one.
I'm tired of being the bigger man.
Okay, but who cares what Monmouth does, or seriously, what K-State does? You just don't care.
You're not in the same league.
Yeah, you're not. You're in the same league, but you're really not in the same league.
You're on a different level.
Skip, it's like, look, when we get in the victory formation, don't become
that's low blow.
No, don't become trying to tee off on the ball. You know we do
but
it.
Now you can hurt somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because Skip, remember when Patrick Beverly, he got Russ.
Okay.
Because Russ was about to call a timeout.
It was similar to this.
And he snuck it, and he clipped Russell's knee.
Okay, but the game wasn't over.
No,
it wasn't still hot and heavy.
Right.
It's still a competitive
It was just
game.
like Russ was going to call a 20-second timeout.
And he tried to put the ball under his arm.
Right. And Pat Bev came in, and he clipped him on his knee.
He did.
And that what started Pat Bev and Russ.
Oh, did it?
That started it. But Skip, that was a Bush League move. That was a Bush League.
Okay. But I think also Bush League was what DeSouza did. By KU standards, that was Bush League.
Now, sometimes...
Beneath their dignity.
Sometimes you got to put that act right on them. Sometimes, Skip, you got to put that straightening on them, Jenny.
He may get suspended for...
Hey, there's some speculation that he might be gone for the rest of the year.
I mean, there were...
Yeah.
For that?
That's what I'm... It was...
Wait, he should have went ahead and hit him with the chair.
But the chair was...
But he hit him, Jenny.
He has to also be able to hold back from that, though. I understand the frustration.
He was like, I'm protecting myself because I didn't know what was going to happen. Jenny, you know you're in a fight, right? So in a fight, in that situation, I understand we're in Fall Gallon. But it is a fight. And in a fight situation, anything can pop off. So what if he had... I don't know. He might have been going to get a chair.
I don't know.
I hope he ain't taking from someone that was sitting in that chair. You said that was the disabled section.
Yeah.
But they probably got out the way.
A lot of Kansas boosters are glad you don't coach their basketball team.
No. Hey, no. See, that's why I ran score up on them. See, I ain't calling the dogs off. I'm trying to beat you 255.
Well, it felt about that bad.
I mean, come on, man. And the Monmouth guy, he's stealing and dunks it and talking about, I don't give a bleep.
Well, it's like,
I don't give a bleep.
Trying to prove here.
See?
Something was going on there. There was some incident in the game that had provoked that.
Let me tell you what was going on. They were down 55. That's what was going on.
Right.
It's not a good look for college athletics, though, and for the young kids watching. I mean, that's. Maybe I'm like a mom here, watching up for the little kids, but.
Skip, what KU was doing, Skip, that was victory formation. We just gonna dribble out the clock, and the guy gonna try to tee off.
Yeah. Again, I've seen worse and damage done, but on just the overall look of it, it was ugly.
What happened? It was on TV. That's a national televised game. So that didn't help the cause.
And I've only seen it about 47 times now.
So these two teams will play again in just a little over a month. So
can you imagine
in Manhattan
if the Malice of the Palace had happened on TNT or a national televised game, Skip? Can you imagine?
Felt like it was on national TV. No?
I don't know.
No?
Whatever.
It did feel like we all saw it regardless. Guys, Derek Jeter, we got to talk about him a little bit. Was he the ultimate clutch performer? We'll discuss the newest Hall of Famer next.